Hello and welcome to Ken White Field here in Waleska, Georgia. Lorenzo Robinson on the call for this non-conference matchup between the 23rd ranked Reinhardt Eagles and the Saints from St. Francis. St. Francis Saints coming to this matchup with a record of 2-6. A few notable clashes against 25th ranked Freed Hardeman and 2nd ranked Georgia Gwinnett. They were 25-28 last season, and they hail out of the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Meanwhile, the hometown Reinhardt Eagles enter this matchup with a 12-7 record, just coming off of a big-time sweep against the 6th-ranked team in the country, the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. So Reinhardt's riding high heading into this game, feeling very good about themselves after picking up a 3rd consecutive AAC Series victory. And here they look to win this home matchup in non-conference play against a team all the way from Joliet, Illinois. The man on the mound for the Eagles, number 38, Evan Venable. Venable making his 4th appearance of the season, his 2nd start. He's pitched in 5 innings so far, currently sporting a 7.2 ERA. This one a ground ball, and 1 pitch, 1 out. Nice start to the outing for Evan Venable.
Number 12, the left fielder, Josh Grunbauer.
Can you see Syria from where you're sitting right now? I can't see.
And at the plate for the Saints, number 12, Josh Kernbauer, and he immediately grounds out to first. So 2 pitches, 2 outs for Evan Venable. Can't ask for a better start to the outing than that. And this game would be ideal if every at-bat would look like that for Evan Venable on the mound. Fortunately, that's a little bit unrealistic for him. Jake Kiplatz at the plate right now. Currently with a .385 batting average in the early stages of this year. And he pops this one up in the left field. Vargas is underneath it, and he secures it for out number 3. So a quick shift there. 1, 2, 3 goes St. Francis. And as we get set to change sides, still all square here in Waleska.
The shortstop.
Set to resume play here in the bottom of the first inning. Right now, all square at 0. Evan Venable going 1-2-3 at the top of St. Francis's lineup.
Come on, computer.
So now Jacob Jerka, the man on the mound for the Saints. Jerka making his second appearance of the year. His first appearance came in a loss against Freed Hardeman. Not a bad appearance for him, though. Surrendered only 5 hits, just 1 earned run in 5 innings of work. So a second consecutive ranked opponent that Jerka will face on the mound. He started things off for the Eagles, Marcerio Allen, the infielder. Allen currently hitting .313 to start this year, making his 17th plate appearance of the season. Swing and miss there from Allen for strike 2. It's imperative for the Eagles to try to not have a letdown from what they experienced this weekend. Obviously, the exhilarating series sweep that they had. And Allen gets things off with a gap shot. Heads to first base, and that's where he will remain. So a nice start to the game there from Marcerio Allen. It's the Eagles on base with 1 man as Dylan Lewis comes up to the plate.
JP,
Yeah.
his fastball 78, 79. His changeup is 76.
This kid, he's only doing 78, 79.
And Dylan Lewis currently batting .387 for the Eagles so far this year. 19 RBIs and 8 home runs, currently leading the team in home runs. Very notable with the amount of power hitters on this squad. And another pick attempt there, but it leaks out the glove of the first baseman, Montgomery. He's able to recover and regain it. But again, the Eagles, so many great moments in that series against Tennessee Wesleyan. Coach Burton will love nothing more than his team to carry on that momentum here in this one-off against the Saints. Right now, in totality, the Eagles right now sporting a 7-game winning streak. Three victories in a series sweep against St. Andrews, a win on the road against Point University before sweeping the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs this weekend. So Lewis faces a full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes, still nobody down. And he clips this one foul into the net.
Yeah, they had to do those 7 innings, struck out like 14 people. It's like every team has their guy.
So again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Allen at first, and going to try to keep him at bay. Reinhardt, a very aggressive team when it comes to base running and being threats to steal. Trying to hold Allen at first as much as he can. Lewis again fouls this one off. Nice job staying alive in the at-bat. That pitch is high for ball 4, so that will be a walk there. Lewis makes his way to first. Allen now in scoring position at second. Now coming to the plate for the Reinhardt Eagles, the former All-American Tucker Zadunik. Zadunik currently batting .400 to start this year, 16 RBIs, 6 home runs, Nice start to the season for the man who was a 2022 NAI All-American selection. Zadunic stepped up big time in that series against Tennessee Wesleyan. Had a home run, recorded multiple hits as well. Swing and miss there for strike 2. It's part of the challenge for Jerka going up against the lineup. So many talented hitters. A very accomplished group for the Eagles. Saints, again, no stranger to facing off against high-level competition. 2 series already in the early stages of this year against ranked foes. They were not able to take a game off of 25th ranked Freed Hardman on the road. But they were able to take a game in their series against Georgia Gwinnett, a team ranked 2nd in the country. And this one well hit by Zadunic. He rounds first. Allen looking like he'll score, so he'll score an RBI double for Tucker Zadunic. And that gets the Eagles on the board.
Now batting number 4, the left fielder, Adrian Vargas.
2-out hit there for Tucker Zadunic, getting Reinhardt on the board early. It's 1-0 in favor of the Eagles. Now for the first time today, Adrian Vargas makes his way to the plate. Vargas currently batting .375 with 3 RBIs and a home run in the early stages of this year. And now he comes to the plate with a nice chance to help the Eagles add to their newfound advantage. Right now, 2 runners in scoring positions. Zadunic at second by way of that RBI double. Dylan Lewis threatening from third. But again, a team that is no stranger to facing off against high-level competition. Each of their 6 losses coming against those 2 teams, those 2 ranked foes. Vargas pops this one up.
Still don't have that's just walking song.
And the backstop for St. Francis, Cassell cannot secure it. He was tracking it and seemed like he was going to corral it, but it goes out of his glove. So now Vargas comes back into the batter's box facing a 1-2 count. Still no men gone for the Eagles. He grounds this one and looks like it will drive in a run. So 1 run scores for Reinhardt. Zadunic makes his way to third base. That's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning, but not before Adrian Vargas was able to bring another run home for the Reinhardt Eagles. And now Nash Kroll, the first baseman, at the plate for Reinhardt. Kroll currently hitting .292 so far this season. And that's notable because he was hovering around that .240 mark entering the series against Tennessee Wesleyan. Had a superb couple of games this weekend in Waleska. Obviously not a surprise if you're familiar with what Kroll has been able to do in a Reinhardt uniform throughout his career. Jerka already surrendering 2 early runs. Again, notable because he only surrendered one in his first appearance against Reed Hardman across 5 innings of work. So we'll see if he's going to be able to settle in and keep the rest of this Eagle lineup at bay for the rest of this inning.
There you go.
This one a grounder, leaks into center field, and it will bring in another run for the Eagles. RBI single there for Nash Kroll, and Reinhardt now leads St. Francis 3-0. So Kroll stays on fire at the plate. And that brings up Jared Burney, the infielder. Jared Burney currently batting .274 for Reinhardt with 10 RBIs and 2 home runs. That pitch from Jerka is low for ball number 1. Burney, another guy, multiple-time all-conference performer for the Eagles. And this one well hit, and it will drop into right center. Kroll rounding second and headed to third. Burney himself headed to second as well. So now 2 runners in scoring position after that double from Jared Burney. And a very ideal start for the Eagles. First, Evan Venable going 3 up, 3 down in the top of this inning. And now Reinhardt already in command with a 3-0 lead. And for the first time today, we'll see Lance Dockery and a mound visit with Jerka. It appears there'll be a little bit of a conversation with him, trying to get him refocused here in the first. Right now, struggling to handle this very talented Reinhardt lineup. Lance Dockery right now hitting .274, 13 RBIs, 4 home runs.
The longest I've ever heard that song.
The senior outfielder, a chance. And this one very well hit deep in the left field. And it just goes foul. Lance Dockery got a lot of that one.
That went 292.
You said that went 292?
292.
So it didn't even go over?
It did go over the first foul.
Man, one flying off the bat of Lance Dockery, but it goes on the wrong side of the pole. Now facing an 0-1 count. But again, a chance to help the Eagles add to their advantage here. That pitch from Jerka is low and into the dirt. Nice job by the backstop Gasell to secure that one and keep that in front of him.
Yikes.
Do not want to allow Nash Kroll the chance to steal home.
Or you spin one of those.
Yeah.
But again, a team riding a 7-game winning streak, ranked 23rd in the country as of right now. The good vibes are rolling for the Eagles.
I've been shitting my pants off. Everything goes up there because it gets hit on the ground.
Count currently 1-2. Dockery's going to pop this one up. And the third baseman, Dant, secures it near the mound for out number 2.
Now batting number 24, the second baseman, Parker Doyle.
So now number 24, Parker Doyle, the infielder, coming up to the plate for Reinhardt for the first time today. Doyle's going to be making his 20th plate appearance, currently batting .263 with 3 RBIs and a home run. So can Doyle help the Eagles add to their advantage? Already ahead 3-0.
About time.
A year too late.
Yep. Yankees. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That pitch is low for ball one. This one a grounder. And a nice play, but Doyle's able to leg it out. Kroll scores and Bernie will score. 2 runs will score there for the Eagles. The second baseman, Salzider, tried to make a play on it, but was unable to get it to first. Bit of an errant throw allows the Eagles to tack on 2 more runs to their total. Big time 2-out RBI single there. As Dylan Martin, the backstop, is now at the plate. And this one hit right into the glove of the first baseman, Montgomery, and that concludes the inning. Right now, Reinhardt in command as we move to the second, 5-0. Set to resume play here in the second inning. Reinhardt currently out in front, 5-0 against the Saints from St. Francis. Evan Venable remains on the mound and throws a strike there.
Yeah, I'm going to play it. I'm queuing it up.
So this one a grounder. Jared Burney secures it. And a nice throw to first to secure the out. Nice throw there from Jared Burney. It has been an incredibly efficient outing so far for Evan Venable. Not a whole lot of pitches thrown, has secured 4 outs so far. Now Brant Singler at the plate for St. Francis. Singler currently batting .333 so far this season. Again, the Eagles 12-7, St. Francis 2-6. Already 19 games played to just 8 for the Saints. So they've had a little bit more time to round in the form compared to their counterparts from Joliet, Illinois. St. Francis still figuring things out in the early stages of this year. That pitch from Venable is high for ball 2. With that being said, facing off against so many talented ranked opponents in the early stages of the year, as Singler swings and misses for strike 2. Doing that has to bode well in the future for St. Francis as they get into conference play, trying to make their presence felt within the CCAC. And that pitch is low and apparently strikes Singler, so he makes his way to first base.
Now batting number 3, the shortstop, Alex Martinez.
So after getting struck by that pitch, Singler now free at first base, and Alex Martinez will come to the plate. Martinez making his 27th plate appearance of the season, and it's been a bit of a struggle for him so far, currently batting 154. He watches that one for strike 1. And that's a theme all throughout this lineup for the Saints. Really up and down groups so far in the early stages of the year. And obviously they're looking for more success than what they found last season. Swing and miss there for strike 2. Count knotted up at 2 apiece. One man on base for St. Francis at first. That pitch is low for ball number 3. And a full count here. Martinez works himself into a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one popped up over the net and foul. That pitch off the plate for ball number 4. Martinez will make his way to first. Singler now in scoring position at second. Nice patient at bat there for Martinez. And for the first time today, we'll see Max Montgomery. I spoke about the up and down nature of St. Francis lineup in the early stages of the year. Montgomery definitely the former, not the latter. Currently hitting .417 to start the year. And pitch off the plate for ball 1. Another one low and off the plate for ball number 2. Venable was so efficient in that first inning. Really the only sign of trouble he's had so far was striking Singler by that pitch earlier in this inning. Right now trying to keep St. Francis at bay. That one is high for ball 3. This one a grounder. Rare 3-1 swing. Double play chance for the Eagles, but it will not occur. So a rare 3-1 swing there. Another out on the board for Reinhardt. The runners in the corners, a man on first and a man threatening from third. Dan Gassell, the catcher at the plate. Still looking for his first hit of the young season. This will be his 12th plate appearance. And for him, if he would be able to secure his first hit, would likely bring home a run for St. Francis. Swing and miss there from Gassell for strike one. He pops this one up foul. 1-2 count here. Venable, the first sign of trouble or any real danger he's been in all game long. Can secure the third out with one more strike.
How far off was that, Al?
3-4 balls. JP, you see
Count knotted up at 2 apiece.
639.
Yeah, crazy. With like 5 homers.
And this one popped up, a few Eagles around it. And it will be secured by Marcerio Allen. That's out number 3. So the first sign of danger there. Venable able to get out of that jam. Reinhardt still ahead, 5-0.
Bro, come on.
It's now set to resume play here in the bottom of the second inning. Reinhardt currently ahead 5-0 against the Saints from St. Francis. Marcerio Allen, the man at the plate for Reinhardt.
Yeah, get mad at me, Bert. Come down here and get mad at me. I hope he hears me.
Marcerio Allen making his 17th plate appearance of the season.
Yeah, tell him it's about a 15-second delay.
He started things off with an early hit.
Vargas got on the
Right now, 1 for 1.
Good job, good job, good job.
Pops this one up. A few Saints around it. And it was dropped by the left fielder, Kernbauer. So Allen gets on base by way of that error from the left fielder. So after that error, Allen able to get on base. And Dylan Lewis, for the second time today, is at the plate. Lewis was walked in his previous at-bat. And Allen looking to steal second. The ball leaks out of the glove of the catcher, and he easily makes his way to second base. Aggressive base running again from the Eagles as they look to try to end this one early against the Saints. Right now, firmly in control, 5-0. A chance to add even more runs to their total. Count is 1-1.
I've never seen this before. So it's just saying it's blocking.
Big attempt there, trying to catch Allen slipping a little bit, but he was able to make his way back to second. So Jerker remaining on the mound for St. Francis. What will he do here? Gave up 5 early runs in that first inning. And that pitch high for ball 2.
Okay. Yeah, and it's not pumping up. It's not popping up live over here. Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on.
Swing and miss there from Dylan Lewis for strike 2. This one well hit. Leaks into left field for Dylan Lewis. Allen rounding third and headed home. Lewis is headed to second. So an RBI double for Dylan Lewis as the Eagles add another run to their total.
Now number 7.
And this one going from bad to worse for the St. Francis Saints. Reinhardt all over them to start this game as Tucker Zadunik makes his way to the plate. Zadunik's 1 for 1 so far in this game, the DH. And pitch is high for ball 1. So the left fielder, Kernbauer, was not able to secure that one cleanly. That's 2 errors from Kernbauer, 2 critical mistakes here in the bottom of the second inning. This one leading to a run scored for the Eagles. That pitch inside for ball 2.
Sorry.
Counts now 2-1. That pitch outside and off the plate for ball 3.
So if you click that, like one of the first buttons, it says, I can't remember the button or maybe source. I think it gives you an option to record.
This one well hit by Zadunik deep into right field, over the wall, and hits the scoreboard. Gone. A home run from Tucker Zadunik, a 2-run shot. And that adds 2 more runs to the Eagles' total. Tucker Zadunik, a rocket out to right field. Hits off of the Eagles' scoreboard. And they're now ahead 8-0, firmly in control in this matchup against the St. Francis Saints. And Adrian Vargas at the plate immediately pops this one up. A few Saints around it, but it drops in the shallow center. Everything going right for the Eagles, and Vargas is safe at second base.
Now batting number 30, the first baseman, Nat Kroll.
And folks, do you know the saying, when it rains, it pours? Well, it is pouring now in Waleska. The Reinhardt Eagles firmly in control of this game against the St. Francis Saints. All they're trying to do now is stop the bleeding. Reinhardt ahead 8-0, and Adrian Vargas making his way to second base there. And a few Saints were trying to track that one. Nobody was able to recover it. And another pop-up, Nat Kroll popping this one up. And it will be caught by the outfielder for St. Francis, but Vargas advances to first base. Pardon, to third base.
The third baseman, Garrett Burnley.
So Vargas advancing to third. Nice play there by Klipax, the outfielder. That's just the first out for Reinhardt here in the bottom of the second inning. Great chance to add more runs to their total as Jarrett Burney comes up to the plate. Burney's 1 for 1 so far in this ball game. And this one hit by Burney, drops into left field. Vargas will score. RBI single there from Jarrett Burney. Another run scoring for Reinhardt. They are all over the Saints right now. Jerka only surrendered 1 earned run against Freed Hardeman in his first appearance of the season. Right now, this one going the complete opposite direction for him. 9 runs surrendered so far in this game. Lance Dockery now at the plate for Reinhardt. Dockery's 0 for 1. Chance here to make something happen. Swing and miss there from Dockery for strike 2. Again, everything going right for the Eagles in the early stages of this ball game. That pitch is low for ball 1. And Reinhardt playing as well as any team in the country right now. 7 wins in a row. This one hit by Dockery, and it will be caught by the center fielder. Burney is able to return to first. That was a nice play by Vickers out in center field. So Burney remains at first base. Parker Doyle makes his second plate appearance of the game. He's 1 for 1 so far in this ball game. Doyle clips this one. Goes foul behind home plate. Good hack at that one for Doyle, but it goes on the wrong side of the line out in left field and foul. So Doyle behind on the count 0-2. Jerka desperately needs to end the inning here. Cannot allow Reinhardt to add any more runs to their total, already ahead by 9. And pitch a floater and off the plate for ball 1. And a ground ball here for Doyle. And the out is secured at first. And that concludes the inning. Right now, it is all Eagles, 9-0 ahead of St. Francis. Set to resume play here in the third inning. Right now, the Reinhardt Eagles firmly out in front against the St. Francis Saints, 9-0. Salzader, the second baseman, at the plate for the first time today. We're in the third inning, and St. Francis just making it through their order for the first complete time. Pops this one up foul over the net. Counts 0-2. This one a grounder. Bernie gets it. Tried to make the throw to get him out. It was a nice play by Nash Kroll to corral it, but he was off the bag. So Salzader is on base at first.
Now batting number 26, the center fielder, Vickers.
So now the center fielder, Vickers, back at the plate. 0 for 1 so far in this ball game. And that right there was the first hit for the Saints in this game, coming in the third. So it's been a nice outing so far for Venable. And that one way inside, nearly striking Victor's. Instead, it'll be ball 2. Counts 2-0. Another one inside for ball 3. And Venable had a bit of trouble with walks in the previous inning. So Vickers still ahead on the count, 3-1. We'll see how aggressive he'll be at the plate here.
The sun still hasn't turned on.
And a 3-1 swing. Venable steps on the bag at first to secure out number 1. Salzader now in scoring position at second.
Number 12, the left fielder, Josh Kernbauer.
Kernbauer, the outfielder, back at the plate for St. Francis. This isn't the first time the Saints have had a man in scoring position. We'll see what they'll be able to do with it this time. Kernbauer fouls this one off over the net. The Saints again 2-6, but they have had a rough go at it in the early stages of this year. Playing against several high-quality ranked opponents. 2 road series against top 25 foes, now facing off against the 23rd ranked team in the country in a one-off game.
I'm not even plugged in, so it can't be me.
This one a grounder, but goes on the wrong side of the third base line and foul. Venable having a nice outing for the Eagles so far, still yet to record a strikeout. Chance to do so here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And pitch a bit off the plate for ball 2.
That was me, plugging back in.
I love Moore's face when I tell him that was 4 balls off. Because we both just kind of laughed.
Swing and miss there for strike 3. Venable's first strikeout of the game. And that's out number 2 here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Number 34, the right fielder, Jake Klepak.
Klepax, the outfielder, back at the plate. Still a man on second for St. Francis. This one a gap shot, leaks into right field. St. Francis is going to have a chance to score their first run of the ball game right there. An RBI double there for Klepax. St. Francis gets on the board.
Now batting number 32, the third baseman.
With 2 outs, Klepax getting that RBI double. And that gets the Saints on the board. Dant, the third baseman, now at the plate. So the shutout off the table here for the Eagles. Still in control, 9 runs to 1. St. Francis is going to need a lot more than that single run to get themselves back into this ball game. But maybe that's what they needed to build some momentum going forward. Count now 1-2. This one popped up over the net and foul. And this one popped up. Parker Doyle corrals it, and that's out number 3. So the Eagles surrender a run, still in control, 9-1. Set to resume play here for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Did he request this? Where'd you go tell him? What was the problem with
Well, somehow his other one got deleted off, but I couldn't search up the songs. Now the internet's working that I restarted Spotify, but
Martin the backstop, a grounder that makes his way in the right field. So Dylan Martin, a leadoff single there. He gets on the board with his first hit of the game, and back to the top of this Reinhardt order we go. Marcerio Allen, the shortstop, at the plate. Allen's 1 for 2 so far in this ball game. Jacob Profit in as a pinch runner for Dylan Martin, so now it's Profit at first base, one of the more talented base runners in the country. 2 years running amongst the national leaders in stolen bases. Jerka remaining on the mound for St. Francis.
that him and Bernie used?
2017, I think.
Yeah, what's that? Isn't it really old?
Yeah, it's old.
The Velo I used last year from 2018.
Them velos are so loud.
And you see there Jerka paying close attention to Jacob Profit there at first base, trying to hold him there. You know he's a threat to steal every time he's out there. Again, trying to hold Profit at bay. Swing and miss there from Allen for strike one. And the Eagles so far, 8 out of the 9 batters who've been in the batter's box has recorded a hit as Jacob Profit makes his way to second base. And folks, that's what he does. That's what Jacob Profit does. Very capable of stealing a base at any given moment. Right there you see, as soon as you take your eye off of him, there he goes. Counts now 1-1. Profit in scoring position. Allen fouls this one off.
Sirius kind of put it over the highway right now.
8 out of the 9 batters who have entered the batter's box for the Eagles have recorded a hit so far. Already 10 hits on the board for Reinhardt. That pitch a floater and off the plate for ball 2. Pick attempt there again, now trying to hold Profit at bay at second. The 2-2. Well hit by Allen, and it will drop in center field. Profit tags up and heads to third. Allen going to second. Profit heading home. Allen headed to third. So an RBI triple for Marcerio Allen. The Eagles add another run to their total. Now we're ahead 10 runs to 1. Again, it's been all Reinhardt so far in this ball game. No outs on the board. Already ahead by 9 runs here in the third. And now Dylan Lewis will come back to the plate. The outfielder, 1 for 1 so far today, was walked in his other at-bat. And one high for ball 1. And a home run there for Dylan Lewis. Didn't look like it was going to be a home run initially. It gets called fair, and he makes his way to home plate. A 2-run shot there from Dylan Lewis, and Reinhardt now ahead 12 runs to 1.
Now batting number 7, the designated hitter, Tucker Zabune.
So a mound visit now as Jacob Jerka has struggled going up against this Reinhardt lineup. The entire infield will join him, as well as head coach Brian Machalik. So they're going to discuss things. Eagles ahead, 12 to run. Set to resume play here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Reinhardt firmly out in front, 12 runs to 1 after that 2-run shot from Dylan Lewis. That homer from Lewis now his 9th of the year. Tucker Zadunik now at the plate for the Eagles. Zadunik 2 for 2 so far today. This one clipped and foul. So Coach Machalik leaving Jerka on the mound. And it's been a struggle for him so far. Already 12 runs on the board for the Eagles. Now a few errors, a few mistakes made in the field as well for St. Francis. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for the Saints in the early stages of this ball game. Still no outs on the board for Reinhardt as well.
Dude, you know whose BP is harder?
That pitch is off the plate for ball 3.
He threw it the other day.
It doesn't have that weird thing.
It's like,
Doesn't he lay back? Like right here?
so he grabs the ball and then he goes back like this.
Full count, and Zadunik will take ball 4. And he makes his way to first base.
Adrian Vargas.
So Zadunik at first with Adrian Vargas back at the plate. And Vargas is 1 for 2 so far today. He watches that one for strike 1. If you're a fan of the Saints, this is absolutely not what you wanted to see from your ball club, especially after being able to take a game off of the 2nd-ranked team in the country, Georgia Gwinnett. Then conversely, if you're a fan of the Reinhardt Eagles, this is exactly what you want to see from your team, already riding high into this game with a 7-game winning streak, coming off of a big-time series sweep against Tennessee Wesleyan, and right now continuing their momentum. So this will be a fly out to left field. Down goes Vargas. Zadunik makes his way back to first. And that's the first out recorded here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And now Nash Kroll, the first baseman, back at the plate. Kroll 1 for 2 so far today. And his bat stays hot after a nice series against Tennessee Wesleyan. And that pitch of floater is high for ball 1. Strike there from Kroll.
This probably was on base when they looked at me. No, Syria was. Yep.
This one a grounder. Double play chance here. It will not be successful. Nash Kroll makes his way to first, but the lead runner out at second, Tucker Zadunik. So that's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning as Jared Burney makes his way back up to the plate. Burney 2 for 2 so far today. So this one a grounder. And the out made at first. That concludes the inning. The Eagles firmly out in front, 12-1. Singler, the DH, set to lead things off here in the 4th inning. Reinhardt firmly out in front, 12-1 against the Saints from St. Francis. Venable remains on the mound for the Eagles. Singler was struck by a pitch in his previous at-bat. And that one is low from Venable for ball 2. And St. Francis already behind big. You want to try to get as much as you can, and right there, a nice start. Singler hitting that right into the gap and getting on base. It's rare to be able to score 11 runs in a single inning. It's an uphill battle if you try to get it all back in one fell swoop, but you have to do it little by little. Try to cut into the deficit as much as you can starting now. You've had your struggles, but recently as this game has continued, they've had a little bit more success against Venable at the plate. This one well hit by Martinez. And it drops right in front of Adrian Vargas in left field. And a nice start to the inning for the Saints. 2 consecutive hits, now 2 men on base. Martinez is at first. Singler in scoring position at second. As Montgomery, the first baseman, makes his way into the batter's box. Montgomery 0 for 1 so far in this game. And again, the Saints having a little bit more success going into their second and third time through the order against Venable. So a little bit of confusion there from the backstop, Dylan Martin. Runners will advance. Now 2 men in scoring position for the Saints. Most importantly, no outs. So a great chance here for them to add more runs to their total. And pitch is low for ball 2. This one a grounder, and it escapes the glove of Allen. 1 run scores for St. Francis. So the Saints able to tack on another run to their total.
Now batting number 25, the catcher, Dan Giselle.
They're doing what they need to do. Again, little by little, trying to inch their way back into this ball game. The deficit now 10. Still 2 men on base for St. Francis as well. A man on first and a man on second. This pitch escapes the grasp of the backstop, Dylan Martin. Runners will advance, and now 2 men in scoring position yet again for St. Francis. A chance to add even more runs to their total. Most importantly, get under that run rule count, which is at 10 runs going into the 7th. And pitch is low, and that one escapes the backstop, Martin. And a run scores for St. Francis, and the other runner advances to third base. So St. Francis adding yet another run to their total. They've scored 2 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. And it appears that a change will be made at catcher for the Eagles. Matty Maurer now in for Dylan Martin. So now set to resume play here. The Eagles changing out backstops. Now Matty Maurer in the game at catcher. Score is now 12-3 Reinhardt. And that pitch a bit off the plate for ball number 3. Just like that, the Saints building some momentum here. The deficit now 9.
How many fastballs was that? 4 and 5 pitches?
No, those are all wild pitches except that last one. Technically.
And a strike.
They all hit.
The slide, yeah, but if it hits the third, you're a catcher. If it hits
I know,
the-
it's a
if it hits
fastball.
the third-
If I'm catching and I don't block a ball, that's a fastball. For me, at least.
This one well hit. Drops in the shallow center field, and St. Francis will tack on another run to their total. And don't look now, but St. Francis 3 runs here in the top of the 4th inning, making things interesting here at Ken White Field. It is now 12-4 in favor of the Eagles.
I doubt it.
Now batting number 16, the second baseman, Jackson Salvador.
And Salzador back at the plate. He's 1 for 1 so far in this game. And he'll go with a bunt attempt here, and it leaks just foul over the line. But a few mistakes made, whether it was a wild pitch from Evan Venable or The ball escaping the grasp of Dylan Martin. It led to a few runs being scored for St. Francis. Their total is now 3 here in the top of the 4th inning. Deficit now 8. And again, that's what you need to do. Just creep up little by little. Give yourself a chance going forward. Count now 1-2. This one hit into the net and foul. Count remains 1-2. And this one just on the wrong side of the line and foul.
Did he really?
Yeah, Bruce Parker said they didn't want to put up because
Oh, rain.
possible rain. No, they're just scared because we're actually hot and you know they're going to lose. But he's trying to find a replacement.
Especially when we have a break from school.
And this one ripped into center field. Dockery corrals it. That's out number 1 here in the 4th.
Yep.
So it appears we'll have a mound visit. Coach Burton coming out to meet with Venable.
I think number 10.
And we'll see what comes of this. Reinhardt still ahead, 12-4. So a change made on the mound for Reinhardt. Evan Venable's day is done, and for the first time today, we will see Hal Stelgis, the junior lefty. This will be his 5th appearance of the season. He enters into a big time. The Eagles just 1 out on the board. St. Francis has scored 3 runs in the 4th inning, and they're inching their way back into this ball game. Now set to resume play. Hal Stelgis, first pitch. This one popped up deep in the left field. Adrian Vargas secures it, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, Number 12, the left fielder, Scott Kernbauer.
So Stell just enters the game trying to calm this one down a little bit. Seemed to get away from Evan Venable here in this fourth inning. 3 runs on the board for St. Francis. Reinhardt still firmly in control, 12-4. Kernbauer at the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far today. And that one striking Kernbauer. He makes his way to first. Riley, the pinch runner, now in scoring position at second.
Now batting number 34, the right fielder, Jake Klepak.
Klepax, the outfielder, now at the plate. He's 1 for 2 so far today. He got the scoring going for St. Francis there in that third inning. Right now, building some momentum at the plate. And again, this is what you need to do if you're the Saints. Just inch your way back into the game little by little. Now, the other part of that is holding Reinhardt at bay at the plate. And right now, they are extremely hot. 12 hits in this game so far, 12 runs. So that's going to be easier said than done. But the Bats doing what they're supposed to do here in the fourth inning. That pitch from Stell just low for ball number 2. Want to prolong the game for as long as you can and just give yourselves a chance as this one continues. Swing and miss there for strike number 2. See here, Klepax is able to continue that momentum for St. Francis. Rips this one in the right field. And a nice play there made for the Eagles. That's Dylan Lewis in the outfield. He secures the third out. Reinhardt still ahead, 12-4. So a change made on the mound for St. Francis. Jacob Jerka's day is done. Now number 4, Ethan Fleming, the 5'9" sophomore from Plainfield, Illinois, is now on the mound. Ethan Fleming will be making his 3rd appearance of the season. All 3 of those appearances coming in relief. His first start against Lewis, pitched in 1 inning of work. Did not get hit at all in that one. Did not surrender any earned runs before showing up in their matchup against Freed Hardman. This one only pitched 1/3 of an inning, surrendered 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 of those coming by way of home runs. So a tale of 2 outings there for Ethan Fleming. He now enters into this one with the Reinhardt Eagles firmly out in front, 12-4. It's been all Reinhardt so far in this ball game. But there we saw St. Francis starting to build some momentum slowly but surely, finding their footing here at Ken White Field. We'll see if they're going to be able to keep that momentum going in this half inning. Fleming wanting to be a main reason why, trying to hold this Reinhardt lineup at bay. Lance Dockery is at the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. That one is a floater for ball number 2. This one a grounder. It's secured. And the throw is made at first base. That was a nice play there from Dent, the third baseman. And Lance Dockery's out. Now we get a chance to see second baseman Parker Doyle again today. He's 1 for 2 so far in this one. And Dent, the third baseman's had a few nice plays in the field so far today. Two consecutive pitches off the plate and 2 balls. That one a strike. Counts 2-1. That one is high for ball 3. So now Doyle ahead on the count 3-1. Was expected to be a little bit more conservative here, facing a 3-1 count. We've seen St. Francis very aggressive on 3-1 counts. This time Doyle stays conservative, goes to first base, draws ball number 4. And now for the first time today, we will see Matty Maurer. Of course, Matty Maurer very recently went 5 for 5 against Point University. Maurer currently batting .345 this year and hits this one into the gap as it makes its way into right field. A single for Matty Maurer. He's seen 1 pitch so far today, and that's 1 hit. Now 2 men on base for the Eagles. We get a chance to see Marcerio Allen again as we make our way back to the top of this Reinhardt order. Marcerio Allen, a very strong day at the plate for Reinhardt. He's 2 for 3 so far. This one a floater for ball 1. And St. Francis was able to build up some momentum for themselves in the top of this inning, scoring 3 runs, bringing their total to 4. It would have to be disheartening to surrender any runs here in this very inning as well. That pitch is low for ball 2. You want to be able to stymie this Reinhardt lineup. They've been hot, and that's carried over straight from the Tennessee Wesleyan series and really over the course of this entire 7-game winning streak the Eagles are currently on. Allen now firmly ahead on the count 3-0. Jacob Prophet back in as a pinch runner, so he's at first base. Another pitch that's low for ball number 4. Bases are now loaded for the Eagles. Just 1 out on the board, poised to add even more runs to their total as Dylan Lewis, the outfielder, comes back to the plate. But, 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 Lewis had a home run earlier in this game. Again, with the bases loaded, a nice chance to help the Eagles add to their total. We know Dylan Lewis is very capable as well, hitting over 380 so far, a team leading 9 home runs. Right now, the count knotted up at 1 apiece. And Lewis rips this one into right field. It will drop. Profit rounding third and headed home. So Jacob Profit will score. Parker Doyle scored. 2 runs scoring there for the Eagles. It is now 14-4 Reinhardt. Just like that, tacking on 2 more runs to their total. As now we get a chance to see Tucker Zadunik, the DH, yet again. Zadunik 2 for 2 so far today.
Big up, Twins!
Reinhardt ahead 14-4 against St. Francis.
Bro, get Sammy in this game right now.
Every time I look at the stat sheet, I see zero ABs.
This is the game. This is the game to get him in.
Right now the count 1-1.
Get Woody and Cadams an AB.
On God. Give me an AB.
Number 41, 42, 43. Run out there.
That pitch inside for ball 2.
Trusting Compentron.
Where is that kid? He's supposed to be getting food,
Yeah, he's like a food person.
but him and Greason are supposed to switch, and most of them went at home. Greason just went home. Justin didn't come back today in time for the game.
This one fouled off over the
We ain't
net.
got food.
So now the count knotted up at 2 apiece. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zadunik has been perfect in this ball game. Another hit brings home at least 1 run for the Eagles, potentially 2 with Dylan Lewis at second. Hits this one. And it drops in center field. Marcerio Allen's going to score. That's an RBI single for Tucker Zadunik. Now runners in the corners. The deficit now right back up to 11. As Adrian Vargas is back at the plate. Vargas 1 for 3 so far in this ball game. Still just 1 out on the board for Reinhardt, so they definitely can add more runs to their total. This one got out of hand quick for St. Francis, and it has stayed out of hand. Vargas pops this one up. A few Saints tracking it. Are they going to collide? No, they aren't. Nice grab there, but Dylan Lewis is able to score. A sac fly for Adrian Vargas brings in another run for Reinhardt. It is now 16-4 in favor of the Eagles. And if you're Coach Burton, you cannot ask for a better start to this ball game. Your team maintains their hot streak at the plate. It is now 16-4. Nash Kroll back at the plate. He's 1 for 3 so far today. Always a threat to make something happen. Hits this one deep into center field. And it's a home run for Nash Kroll, a 2-run shot. An absolute bomb from Kroll. Again, always a threat to make something happen, and he does it yet again. Reinhardt now ahead 18 runs to 4 against the Saints from St. Francis.
Now batting number 10, the third baseman, Jarrett Burney.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now Jarrett Burney back at the plate for Reinhardt. Burney's 2 for 3 today. And a new pitcher in for St. Francis, but it does not matter much. It has been so far more of the same. This Reinhardt lineup looking very potent. Jerka and Fleming both struggling going up against this very locked-in group for the Eagles. Burney pops this one up. And Klepax, the outfielder, secures it for out number 3. And that concludes the inning. St. Francis able to tack on some runs to their total. The Eagles tacking on even more. Score right now 18-4, all Reinhardt. Set to resume play here in the 5th inning. Again, Reinhardt firmly out in front in this one. It's 18-4. Dant, the third baseman, at the plate for St. Francis. The 23rd ranked team in the country looking strong once again. Currently riding a 7-game winning streak, trying to make it 8. And Dant rips this one in the right field, and it drops, hits off of the wall. Dant rounding first and headed to second. Dant with a double to lead things off here in the 5th.
Now batting number 14, the designated hitter, Brett Singler.
So Dant gets himself into scoring position. And Singler, the DH, makes his way back up to the plate. Singler's 1 for 1 so far in this game. That pitch inside for ball number 1. And a strike. So St. Francis woke up a little bit at the plate in the previous inning, putting up 3 runs. Unfortunately, surrendering 6 to the Eagles. So an uphill battle indeed for them. They just need to try to find a way, give themselves a chance. swing and miss there from Singler for strike 2. This one is clipped and foul. Count remains 2-2. Martinez, the shortstop, due up next for St. Francis. That pitch off the plate for ball number 3. And a 3-2 count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and miss there for strike number 3. Big time strikeout there for Hal Stelgis. And that's out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 3, the shortstop, Alex Martinez.
So down goes Singler. And now entering the batter's box, Martinez, the shortstop. He's 1 for 1 so far today. Watches that one for strike 1. And if you're St. Francis, if you're unable to put any runs together in this inning, where do you go from here? Just as a team trying to figure things out, put yourself in position to win, or just to at least hang around a little while longer. So it is imperative that you add some runs to your total in this inning. You need to try to put some things together. Again, can't do it all at once, but you have to give yourself a chance. Right now trailing by 14 runs. Don't want this game to end just before it gets started for the Saints.
Top of the 5th, almost 2 hours in.
That pitch is high for ball 3 and a full count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That's what happens when you put up 18 runs.
I just said to him it'll still be a 3-hour game, even if we put 7.
Yeah.
Because it's not a week, but
And that one is high for ball 4. So Martinez is walked. He makes his way to first. Now 2 men on base for St. Francis.
Now batting number 1, the first baseman, Max Montgomery.
As Montgomery, the first baseman, makes his way back up to the plate. Montgomery 0 for 2 so far today. And Montgomery, one of just 3 Saints players who has yet to record a hit in this ball game. So looking to change that here. Swings and misses on that pitch for strike 1. And this one popped up in the right field. Nice catch over the shoulder by Dylan Lewis. He corrals that one. Runner advances to third, but Dylan Lewis, nice job there to secure out number 2.
Now batting number 25, the catcher.
And it's not just at the plate, but the Eagles firing on all cylinders in the field as well. And you can see there that web gem of a catch by Dylan Lewis. Now runners in the corners for St. Francis. 2 outs on the board. As Gasell, the catcher's now at the plate. He swings and misses at that one for strike 1. They want to be able to add some runs to their total. Stell just doing everything he can to keep that from happening. Cassell clips this one for strike 2. Count now 0-2. That pitch is off the plate for ball 1. Cassell pops this one up. Marcerio Allen is tracking it. And it will be corralled by the Eagles on the outfield. That's Jamel Ruckert. As we get set to change sides, Eagles still ahead, 18-4. Set to resume play here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, it's all Reinhardt in this one. 18 runs to 4. Lance Dockery now at the plate for the Eagles. Dockery 0 for 3 so far in this ball game. The only one of Reinhardt's initial 9 starters to not record a hit so far. Looking to change that here with this at-bat. He pops this one up over the net and foul. So yes, the Eagles already ahead by 14 runs, but again, they would love nothing more than to tack on a few more to their total, create even more distance between them and St. Francis, try to force an early stoppage by way of the run rule heading into the 7th inning. This one hit, but a nice play made there. And again, that's the third baseman, Drew Dent. We've seen Drew Dent make a few nice plays in the field for St. Francis. A bright spot for this team in this ball game. You see Dent back at it again, helping secure out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Parker Doyle, the second baseman, back at the plate. He's 1 for 2 so far. Hits this one. And it goes just foul on the wrong side of the left field line. Now, it's a nice hack there. He swung on the first pitch he saw. However, unable to keep it fair. Now behind on the count, 0-1. And pitch off the plate for ball number 1. Another good hack at it from Doyle. Again, pulls it a little bit too far left. It goes foul. Count tied up 2-2. It's this one. Looks like it's going to drop into center field. Unfortunately, it will not. That was a nice play there by the center fielder, Vickers.
Number 18, the catcher, Matty Mauer.
So Doyle flies out for out number 2. And Matty Mauer, the backstop, comes up to the plate. Mauer making his second plate appearance of the game. He made his presence felt as soon as he was inserted, getting a hit on the first pitch that he saw.
Pitch clock, bigger bases.
Did you hear that, JP?
What?
He said it's because Yachty wasn't playing. That's just not true.
Count now 2-1.
90% of it is not because of Yachty. 95%.
And he watches that one for ball number 4. And he'll make his way to first.
Number 3, the shortstop, Marcelo Allen.
JP, look at the on deck circle.
So Mauer gets a hit and now makes his way to first base on his second at bat of the game. And we'll see Jacob Prophet yet again as a pinch runner.
He needs to keep the Darth Vader.
And now we'll see Marcelo Allen make his way back into the batter's box as we make our way back to the top of this Reinhardt order. Allen 2 for 3 so far today. And Prophet again, very much an issue at first, always a threat to steal. Now you do have to wonder, is he as much of a threat to steal with the Eagles up by 14 runs? Allen hits this one. It drops in the left field. Marcelo Allen stays hot at the plate. Jacob Prophet rounding third and headed home. Jacob Prophet's going to score. And there we see that aggressive base running again, folks. He goes from first all the way home. It is now 19-4 Reinhardt. As Sam Kilgore, for the first time in this ball game, makes his way into the batter's box. So we've seen Sam Kilgore in the game as a pinch runner on multiple occasions for the Eagles. This is actually his first at-bat of the season. So the first plate appearance of the season for Sam Kilgore. We'll see what he does. A grounder.
Eat him up. He's there.
And Kilgore makes his way to first base. So the first at-bat of the season for Sam Kilgore. Second baseman Salziter can't recover it, and he easily makes his way to first. So Kilgore at first, Allen at second, Tucker Zadunik now in the batter's box for Reinhardt. Zadunik, 3 for 3 so far today. That pitch is low and it escapes the grasp of the catcher. Kilgore makes his way to second. Allen now threatening from third. 2 runners in scoring position for Reinhardt. Score's already 19-4. And Zadonik pulls this one a little bit too far right. It goes foul. This one popped up by Zadunik. A few Saints tracking it. It will be caught by the left fielder, Kernbauer, and that concludes the inning. Reinhardt firmly in control, 19-4.
Eli's on the mound.
Is the run rule 10 after 7 or 10 going into 7?
After 7. I doubt it, but maybe in the second.
Now pitching for the Reinhardt Eagles, number 14, Eli Klopfelter.
We're throwing subs out there. Castro is playing first.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed this was his song. Set to resume play here in the 6th inning. Reinhardt firmly in control, 19-4, and a change has been made on the mound for the Eagles. For the first time today, we will get a chance to see junior righty Eli Klopfelter. Klopfelter making his 8th appearance of the season, 5th in relief. Currently sporting a 7.63 ERA. Counts now 2-1. Count now stands at 2-2. Again, the Eagles firmly out in front in this one. And pitch a floater and off the plate for ball number 3. And a full count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. St. Francis 6 outs to work with as they try to keep this game going. Another one off the plate for ball number 4.
We just walked the 9-hole.
Yep.
About 15.
Now batting, number 26, the center fielder, Cliff Vickers.
So now Vickers, the outfielder, back at the plate for St. Francis. Vickers 0 for 3 so far today. Looking to get on the board here. This one, a grounder, goes into the gap, and he makes his way to first. Salzador makes his way to second in the scoring position. So 2 men on base for St. Francis.
Now batting, number 12, the left fielder, Josh
Yeah, he's
Heinbauer.
if he was a better hitter, he'd start. But he's really good on defense.
He's unbelievable defense.
Yeah.
I think he just likes it here. I think he'd go play somewhere else in the conference and be fine.
Yeah, probably. Actually, he hates it here, but yeah,
He likes the people.
he likes the people.
This one, a grounder, double play chance for the Eagles. And it will be successful. Nice 6-4-3 double play for Reinhardt. That puts 2 outs on the board.
Now batting, number 34.
Salzador
left
did
fielder,
make his way to third, so now he's threatening from third base. Just 4 outs remaining for St. Francis to try to prolong this ball game. Klopfelter's first pitch off the plate for ball number 1. And this game got out of hand and in a hurry for St. Francis. Reinhardt riding high off the momentum from their series sweep against Tennessee Wesleyan. And Eli Klopfelter helping secure out number 3. Just like that, making our way to the bottom of the 6th. Reinhardt still in control, up 15. Set to resume play here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Reinhardt firmly in control, 19-4. Now a new man is on the mound for St. Francis. Number 1, Max Montgomery. Now, if that sounds like a familiar name, that's because Montgomery started this game at first base. That's where he's been throughout. Now trying his hand on the mound. This will be Montgomery's first game on the mound. Here coming in, facing off against Jamel Rooker, who's appearing at the plate for the first time today. The count's 2-2. That pitch high and off the plate for ball 3. And pitch low for ball 4, and Rooker will make his way to first.
First baseman Richard Castro.
And now we'll see Richard Castro at the plate for the first time today. Castro currently with 3 hits across his first 20 plate appearances. That pitch inside for ball 1.
That's what Luis was swinging all weekend.
Yeah, I know. I literally think that's a 2014. This is like the 2014.
Hey, who's on deck, Tate? Who is that walking out? Grimes?
Yeah.
So the count now 2-0. Swing and miss there from Castro for strike 1. And he pops this one up. And it will be secured. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now batting number 13, Evan Grimes.
Go, Grimes.
So for the first time today, Evan Grimes making his way to the plate. And that pitch striking Grimes, and you can hear the cheers coming from that Reinhardt dugout. The redshirt freshman from Bethlehem, Georgia, formerly of Archer High School, easily finds his way to first. And now for the first time today, Will Underwood is at the plate. Will Underwood has made 5 plate appearances. Still looking for his first hit of the season. He's come in on a few different occasions. A strike there, so the count's now 1-1. 2 men on for the Eagles. Grimes at first, Rooker at second in scoring position. Underwood again in search of his first hit of the year. Will not find it here.
Now batting number 24.
So Grimes out at second. Runner's choice there, so Underwood safe at first.
It cannot always be nice.
So 2 outs now on the board. Parker Doyle again making his presence felt at the plate. Parker Doyle 1 for 3 so far today. Runners in the corners for the Eagles. Reinhardt already ahead by 15 runs. St. Francis must score 5 runs in the next inning to keep this game going. That is, unless Doyle can add any more runs to the Reinhardt total. Right now, the count is 1-1. Doyle fouls this one off over the net. So now the count 1-2. And Doyle pops this one up. And who else but Dant, the third baseman, corralling that one for St. Francis. Saints down to their last 3 outs potentially. They need to score 6 runs to keep this one going. 19-4, Eagles. So now a new man on the mound for the Eagles as they look to finish this game out. Number 33, Adam Christopher, the 6'3" righty from Porter Ranch, California, making his first appearance of the year. And right there, forcing a fly out. And out number 1. St. Francis, just 2 outs to work with if they're going to find a way to win this game, or not even win, if they're going to find a way to keep this one going. Down by 15 runs, they need to score 6 here in the top of the 7th to keep this game going. Number 14, Singler, the first baseman at the plate. Singler's 1 for 2 so far today. Christopher's pitch, swing and miss from Singler, and strike 2.
I'm so happy to see him on the mound because he's so good.
Counts now 0-2.
No, he got hurt. He's coming back from Tommy John. He starts out of this last April.
Swing and miss for strike 3. So after forcing the fly out, Christopher getting the strikeout there.
I think AC got hurt right.
Now batting number 3, the shortstop.
So St. Francis in need of 6 runs, 2 outs already on the board.
Yeah, Joe.
Martinez, the shortstop at the plate, 1 for 1 so far today.
No, this is the end of his rehab.
And he watches that one for strike number 1. This one hit into center field. And the catch will be made by Jamel Rookert for out number 3. And that will conclude the ball game. Reinhardt dominates in this one. Defeats St. Francis 19-4 for their 8th consecutive victory. Thank you guys for joining us, and we hope to see you for tomorrow. Reinhardt in action yet again, trying to stretch their win streak to 9.
And unplug the computer.